Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode number 19 of my Another Break in the Mall series here on Career Mode. In today's episode, we are currently dealing and building up this monstrosity, which is our current build. We're basically replacing the old supermarket, or not supermarket, superstore should I say, with this new one here, which is integrated in the mall, compared to this titchy one, which has dropped in popularity. Not surprised by that, but we're gone ahead and we've been working on this here. So, and in general, it's actually doing quite well. However, we're staffing issues. I don't have enough stock clerks. I've just hired a lot more, so hence why the shelves are looking a bit thin. But I have gone ahead, and I am still in the process of going ahead, but basically just adding in 2 of every single item in the game. I'm going to try near enough to do that anyway in this Superstore, because that's what Superstores are really all about, to be honest. So that's what I'm aiming for. On the pallets, I don't think we're actually going to have that much pallets, to be honest. Again, I do not want to take away too much from DIY Heaven, in all honesty. So again, we'll do 2 of each, and then I will go ahead and pass on by. But the impact of this place so far, I really do want to talk about it, because it has had, since I got the first few rows of items in, honestly, things were absolutely crazy. So as we can see, turnover is mental. I need so much more shelves. That's something I do need. So we are going to maybe have to go ahead and do that. Staff wise, I feel we're going to have maximum staff at all times, to be honest, with the self-service. This place is only going to get busier. Thing is, I don't have really too much more room to expand out. What I can do though, if I really need to, is I can actually move the storage away from here and have it, for example, over here. It would be really inefficient with regards to restocking shelves, but it would give me more room here. Alternatively, I can actually cut off this corridor and I could expand into here, or something along those lines anyway. Probably I would do it here actually, to be honest. And then we could have this as part of the Superstore as well. So we do have options if we need to go ahead and basically expand into something else, but we just need the shelves a bit better stocked. That's honestly what we need right now. It will get quieter overnight, and I've got the same amount of staff on overnight, so hopefully they can play catch up a bit. But you can just see the amount of deliveries here, it's crazy. If and when there is a delivery strike, it's going to have a really bad impact on this place. So I'm not looking forward to that day anyway, but that day's not come yet, which is good. Okay, so outside of that, I'm still pretty much just going ahead and, yeah, the exciting task of putting items onto tables, shelves, and all of the above. Again, a lot of this stuff has already been put into individual stores, I understand that, yes. Actually, I shouldn't have jewellery in here. That's one exception I probably shouldn't do, to be honest. And with the electronics, I'm only going to have 1 of each, just because I feel this could be quite a security issue, which is not good at all. So, did we do tablets yet? I don't think we did. Tablets, good old MP3 players. Don't know if they get any sales, but again, this game isn't even that old, so I'd expect something else. I mean, again, people don't really, I don't think MP3 players, like, does anyone have an MP3 player anymore? That would be something interesting to know. My assumption would be no, because they're built into so many other devices now, but I guess if you've had one and it's still going 10 years and you're not onto smartphones, then, you know, you might not move on to that. So I can understand if you do still have an MP3 player, but I wouldn't expect new sales of MP3 players to be very high, because again, if you're going to get that, you might as well just get a phone. And again, phones are so cheap these days. You can get phones for, I mean, outside of a Nokia brick, which does literally cost £10, you can go ahead and pretty much get phones, like smartphones, and even not bad smartphones, starting at about £50, honestly. So, quite crazy in all fairness. Anyway, enough about MP3 players. Let's go ahead and that'll do there. So as we can see, we now have a bit of spare room, which is good, which I'm going to need. So I can go ahead, let's remove these 3 tables here, let's remove these pallets here as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into here, we're just going to get more shelves, and that's what I need, is more shelves. So I've somehow done this wrong, I don't even know how I've done this wrong, but somehow I have done this wrong. So let me go ahead and build in like that, and let's also go ahead and I'm gonna need to sort out this. I think it's a floating glitch right now. Actually, I've noticed it with self checkouts as well. For example, where is it? Here. When you build new objects, it goes ahead and removes the tile under it, so it just goes back to the default, as we can see with the self-service checkouts here. And then if we jump back away from this, we seem to be having it right now with the current storage facilities here, so if that's fridges or if that's tables, whatever. It seems to remove some of the flooring, which is quite frustrating, so it is what it is. Anyway, you'll be glad to know we're just about done, which is good. So let's go ahead and add in some more toys. The amount of staff we're actually going to have to hire for this place is going to be crazy. I just overwrote that as well, didn't I? Did I? No, I didn't. Books. Again, the bookstore's doing really well, and I do want to go ahead and go around and check everything, because I feel I've not done that in a while, and I was doing that at the start and end of pretty much every episode, just because I like to keep using the loop with really how everything is going. Let's get some CDs in here. Again, CDs are not the most popular. I've got more understanding of why, though. Why they are still popular, should I say, just because they are very useful for their portability is their selling point. It really is. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that there. To be honest, we can get some more stuff along the bottom here. I think this is the level we're gonna have to stoop down to now, actually. There is again some more room. We can get some more stuff up here actually too. That's perfect. Yeah, and again we can move another row of the food shelves if I want to. Again, I don't really want to though. Queues wise in here, it's not actually that bad, to be honest. I mean, there are some queues, yes, but they're not ridiculously long, which I'm quite surprised at. I thought they would be. But in saying that, when we get an amazing sales day, parking usage is actually sort of stabled out, to be honest. We're still incredibly short on spaces, and I do know that, but profit wise, we've had our most successful day as of yesterday, which is good. And then peak customers on site pretty much staying the same. So, but I'm imagining we're getting a lot of customers. It's only 5% that are leaving unsatisfied and will not come back tomorrow. So, you know, I'm quite surprised at that. I thought it would be a lot higher percentage, just because we're not being able to really address a lot of our issues right now. So I thought it'd be quite different, but maybe not. I can't complain. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some more parking in here right now. 1, 2, 3. I did this wrong recently, and now I'm just overly paranoid about getting it wrong again. So let's go ahead and do that down to there. And that's perfect. So that'll do for now. So that'll add in another few hundred parking spaces once the roads are built. So back to here. So we're so close to being done, and then we're actually gonna... I've been sort of thinking, right? And it's not good when I think, typically, ladies and gentlemen, it really isn't, but we might not delete the other Superstore. And we might just refactor it, because over here, for example, this place is absolutely crazily busy. Like, crazily busy, as we can see. And I don't want to go ahead and really make this place even busier by deleting and redirecting. Yes, I want more people to come here because it's a better facility, it can handle more. It can, in general, do more. However, it's not really going ahead and defeating... It's not solving my problem. It's just reallocating my problem. Moving it from all the way over here. Come on, mouse. All the way over here. We've essentially just moved the problem to here. We've not actually solved the problem. The problem is that there's not enough capacity. And that's what we need to address. So, slowly but surely we're getting there, though. And once we are done, it will make things nice, and I'll make life a lot easier anyway. Right, okay, greetings cards. I just need to get to the bottom of this list, and then we're done, which is good. So newspapers. I want to see how the newsagent's doing, actually, because it wasn't doing well for a while. It was like just breaking a profit. Again, I've got quite a few places working at a loss. Betty's Bread. Though that got a lot more sales when we opened up the other roads in the last episode, so that's interesting to note. Right, we've got plants and gardening, and we've got misc to do. Is it worth even doing that sort of stuff? Because that's already well stocked in other shops. We've got 3... I feel school supplies would be worth it. So let's go ahead and get school supplies in there like that. I also might move this door down here because that would make more sense, I feel. But that's school supplies in. So I think we're fine with that because, as I said, everything else is well supplied. Food-wise then, we're just going to probably add in an extra, just more food items, honestly, to be honest. Just so I can go ahead and balance everything out a bit more and just have more on the shelves, because even if we do go ahead and keep the other superstore, we're going to basically keep the building shell, but we're going to empty it out on the inside. Then what we'll go ahead and do is redraw out the master plan, reorganize the checkouts, because again, everything is really crammed in there, and then we'll work backwards again. That's probably the best bet to get to really resolve all the issues which are going on there. So it's quite important that if I do it, I don't rush it and actually take my time, go over it well, you know, make sure that we can land up making the most money possible, because that's what I want. Right, okay, so that's me finally done the tedious task, which is great. So with that done now, we need to go ahead and work on the staff here. I think we're going to need to get a maintenance center for this place as well, because there's a lot of rubbish, which is also not good. But with a place this scale then, it's understandable. I think I want to check the profit margin, because somehow I've not done that yet. So here we are at a profit of about, what, 38,000, which is good. I also want to see though if this has had an effect on Bigfoot Superstore, and it has. It looks like shares, or sales and shares, I guess, they probably would drop. Sales have dropped quite drastically here, but again, we've spread the loads, and again, this place seems to be handling all the customers it's getting. This place seems to be doing really well right now, actually. This is like the perfect amount of customers for this place. Again, I still think I'll give it a wee bit of a makeover, but I wouldn't need to give it too much of a makeover, which is really, really good. Because again, I don't want to spend 3 episodes on just superstores, you know? Which is kind of what it was looking like for a while. Anyway, how are we going over here? Slowly but surely, guys. Slowly but surely. I'm going to jump up into ×5 speed while I'm over here, because it seems to the frame rate only seems to drop when I'm rendering everything, which is good. So basically, it only renders what you see. Even though to my left, or to my right, there is the mall, it's not being rendered, so it's not affecting my frame rate, which is super useful. Right, customer parking. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Again, this is going to take a while, and I think they'll finish the roads first before they come. Oh, maybe not, actually. That's good, though. This is what I need. I need them to go ahead and put in the parking spaces sooner rather than later, to be honest. Just because we need to get these customers here and parked, which works out fine. Right, so all this new stuff's going in, so it can all be used. So as of tomorrow, we can accept more customers in parking. It looks like it has dropped. I don't know if we've just had a really bad day. Was there a public buses strike? Not sure. Anyway, for the time being, we're just about done here. We are going to go ahead and add in a few more staff members though, because that's something which I definitely need to do. So, Bigfoot Superstore XL. Profit margin. It looks like we didn't make as much yesterday, actually. I mean, we're still doing extremely well here. And overall, my net profit, yeah, we're down. Interesting, very interesting. I'm guessing, obviously, looking at this a bit more closely, salaries really aren't as bad as I thought, actually. I mean, we do have a lot of staff here, but I just need to stock the shelves. I really just need to stock the shelves. It's crazy. So we need to go ahead and, like, quadruple the stock clerk team, honestly. It needs to be absolutely non-stop. I need probably 10 stock clerks in at all times, at least, if not more. I might actually check the other place, the other superstore, and see how many it's got at one time, because evidently I ain't doing something quite right, which is frustrating. Anyway, let's jump into shift planning. Let's do stock clerks, and let's go ahead and just start to move people around. So if we've got 15, again, I would like 13. So if we hire 6 more, we can have 13 on at all times. I don't feel that. I feel that's a bit overkill though. So what I'll do is I would keep 13 during the day. I would rather less on during the night. Yeah, that works out well. So 10, 10, 13. That works well for me. So let's go with that. So there's a lot, and I mean a lot of stock clerks at our work, as we can tell here. I think we might need some more staff parking as well, because things got a bit crazy all of a sudden. Let's go ahead and also add in another garbage pickup. Let me add in a tiny amount of staff car parking, like a tiny amount, not much at all. And then let's get another loading zones in as well, which is quite important, so people can go ahead and drop off their goods for us to go ahead and sell. So already-ish, the shelves are looking a little bit better stocked. I'm seeing that with the food section anyway, and then slowly but surely they're playing catch up in the rest of the shop. So it's looking better than it was anyway. I mean, it couldn't have looked much worse without any items, but we're doing good. Queues wise, quite happy as well, to be honest. Yeah, there's a little bit of cleaning issues which need to be addressed up in this corner here. But outside of that, it's doing well. I'm really happy. Final thing we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and sort out the floating issue, and then we're going to jump away from here. What I mean by the floating issue is just the random change in tiles in some areas. Again, no idea why it's doing that, but it's doing it, and it's annoying me. Because I like to have the floors a very certain way. If you've watched any of my Let's Plays, you know. What has gone on? What has just happened? Where did all these people come from? It was so quiet here a second ago. And now it's absolutely crazy. Oh my word, what, bro? There must have been some strike or something yesterday, because not a lot of people even turned up. Whereas all of a sudden now we're getting a lot of people. Good thing is though, even with all this new car parking space, the car park's not totally full, which is good. We do have a wee bit more breathing room again, which is nice to see. Oh, was it Mother's Day? Or no, Mother's Day's coming up, and that's going to bring a lot of people here. Oh. Right, so many problems, so many problems. Right, customer parking, let's get this sorted once and for all, please. Because I don't want to have to keep coming back and dealing with this, that's for sure. So let me go ahead and very quickly zone up these areas. You could so easily in this car park get your car lost or lose your car. Yeah, it makes a bit more sense. In a bit more plainer English, I would lose my car. I mean, I've not done it before, but on a place this scale, just the size of this scale, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. So I could see, and I can see a lot of my friends doing it as well. They're a lot more clumsy than I am. Which, to be honest, says a lot. It really does say a lot. Anyway, so we're going to move away from here for now. Again, it's not perfect. Again, we're going to need to do more tweaking, but we're in a good state with this place. Except the queues. We need to actually deal with the queues. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to activate the backup plan, which is add in more self-checkouts. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It got a bit tight over here actually, so we're not going to add in that one. Let's also go ahead though and remove that bin there. It's just not in the best place. So let's go ahead and do that. Arguably we could add another door in, but don't really want to. So that's going to help the queues a little bit, and then we've got 15 checkouts. We're going to have to use all these 15 checkouts at the one time. That's the honest best bet. So, if we go into cashiers, let's go ahead and hire some more cashiers. And when I say more, I'm going to mean a lot more. Hence why all of a sudden more staff parking is such a major priority. Just to make sure the staff also can get to work on time as well. That's going to be super important. Because, again, if they don't, then it just has worse effects for the customers and then less sales for me. And I won't reach my long-term goal. 250,000 in a day, it's doable, definitely doable, especially if we go ahead and start to milk the cow, as they say. Anyway, cashier-wise, let's go ahead and respread the, what would you call it, the shifts, the planning. Let's go ahead and reshift stuff. Right, we got 29. No, I might have overdone this, actually. Right. Oh, no. I was thinking, I never hired that many staff. Right, here we are. This is a bit better. So, mornings. We have 14. We have 15 in the mornings. The mornings are sorted. Then during the day, we need 6 plus 2, which is 8 more cashiers. Quick math with Bigfoot there. And then that should solve our problem. So that's 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Honestly, if I see a bit of green, you're just getting hired. My, my conditions are not very difficult at all. Anyway, so let's move the rest of yous in to your new time slots. Again, cashiers. Right, okay, so 19, so let's just go ahead and split this. 15, 14, 16, and there we go. Right, so that means we should have 15 cashiers in the building at all times, which is good. So again, that should really reduce queues. Lots of self-service, so we're good to go. Salaries-wise, our salaries is going to go up a bit as well, but it'll be worth it with regards to the sales. I mean, with this stock clerk situation, it's really looking good. Like, really looking good. I'm really happy with the outcome now, I guess you could say. The thing is, we are during the middle of the night, which usually there's less people in as well, so it's good. I'm really happy with the outcome here. It's good, and again, hopefully the net profit will continue to grow. And again, over here, things have got a lot quieter, which is great. This actually looks like a functioning place for once, which is nice, because that's what it needed to get back to, if that makes much sense. Anyway, let's leave there, and let's go ahead and actually just go back to some normal stuff, some other regular stuff. So first thing is, I want to go ahead and extend the bowling alley. For me, that's quite important. Gonna spend some time on that right now. So if we go into pins, where is pins? Again, they need a search function for this badly. So, with regards to this place, it is open 24 hours, but I don't think it's staffed, or is staffed 24 hours, but it needs to be better staffed 24 hours. So let's go ahead and make some of these changes. Now let's get in quite a few more cashiers, and let's go ahead and jump into the shift planning, and let's sort out some of the shifts here. So overnight, we need 3 people on at all times at least, and then during the day, and maybe evening, I feel we should have maybe 4 on. I think that would be a good idea. So let me go ahead and start you at... Yep, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that works out perfectly. Okay, so cashier problem aside, we're never going to have more than 4 cashiers on at once. So we'll leave... Yeah, I think we'll leave it for now with regards to taking down checkouts. That's fine. So let me go ahead and now demolish this wall. And let's go ahead and get ourselves some more bowling alleys. If we go to bowling alley, I mean, there's a solid 2 items in there, but we are just going to go ahead and add in lots more lanes. As we can see, they're pretty much all full right now, so I do just want to go ahead and also use up a bit more of this space as well. It's sort of just a given, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that should be a big enough gap. Again, I can do that, which is super useful. So we can get another, what, 10 bowling alleys in there, and then should we do another one? I think we will do another one actually, along to here, and then remove that one. So that's a lot of extra bowling alleys added in, a lot, which is really good. Hopefully this place can get a lot busier. Again, I will actually leave room for expansion into here, though realistically another shop of some sorts will probably land up going into here, but again, we'll have to just wait and see. Let's go ahead and get these extra bowling alleys in here. I'm actually not going to have a back door or anything, so I want people to come in the front via the checkout, so they go ahead and once they come in, they are good to go. That's what I really... They need to pay, obviously, and that's the system I'm wanting to have. Not that I have much choice in that, but I want to simulate it. What I'm trying to say is, at bowling alleys, you come in, you go to checkout straight away. And I'm not going to have checkout spread out all over the place, so that's why I've got only doors by the checkouts at the entrance. Nailed it. Jeez, that was a long explanation. Anyway, coming back round, the new bowling alleys are in, so let's get some more of this, just, it's such a funky carpet, honestly. Let's get more of this funky carpet down, and then that is good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, right now it's not going to get much use, but it's good, it's good. And it's also taken up... It's really crazy how quickly we're getting through this, you know. It is crazy, it really is. I also realised I made this bottom bit incredibly short and small, which is not the best idea. What I am actually controversially going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove these roads, because what I need to do is get more staff parking closer to the Superstore, and I've got this lot here which can host not a lot of staff cars, to be honest. That's why we're going to go ahead and clear out this here so we can just get more staff cars in here. As we can see, I actually put some cars onto the grass, which is quite funny, but it is what it is. Let's go for some staff only parking now. And again, this is just to try and make our Superstore a bit more efficient. Wow, we have mice issues, don't we? And a lot of it as well. Holy crap. Yeah, we definitely need a maintenance center and also a... Yeah, we need a maintenance center in here, which gives us both janitors and builders. And both of them together would stop our ongoing issues. They've gone for now, which is good. So, it's fine, it's hit and miss. How many of these oh my... Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wee wow. What is the green, though? The green is... Make, what is that, 15 million sales? Let me have a look in here. So, let me just count the zeros here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 15 million there, I think. No, is that 5 million? I think that's 5 million there. Yeah, that is 5 million there. Yeah. So we must have broke 500 or a million sales. We must have got that. I mean, the reward's 10,000 if we reach that, so here's hoping we get that 10,000, you know? But no, it's good, and the amount of sales we must be getting a day now as well, that must have gone, that must have jumped up considerably, and it sure has with 11,700 2 days ago, so that is absolutely crazy. One thing I have just realised is that I haven't actually extended the bowling alley, so none of the new lanes are getting used, so at least I did realise that. Because I would have quite easily probably gone and forgotten about that. So now we've got all these extra lanes which can be used. Again, they're not really being used yet, but what is the peak time for the bowling alley? Seems to be... Well, it's not really a distinctive peak, to be honest. There isn't, so... A lot of the new lanes are getting used now, which is good though. And I'm really, really happy with the... That's good though, I'm happy. I'm just happy. What's the demand actually? I probably should have checked that. Let's go into entertainment, bowling. Yeah, okay, so the demands, we're not meeting the sales, but now we're hopefully getting closer. Arcade games, there's a crazy demand for that. I never realised how bad the demand was. I mean, we do have quite a lot just scattered around the mall, but I never realised how a big priority it was, I guess. I think we need a lot more cleaners in this place as well. The general mall is a bit disgusting right now, as we can see. But it's just so many people which you got to deal with. But we're doing well anyway, and I'm quite happy. And this has now been put in as well, our, like, extra staff parking, which is wonderful. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and see how every place is doing, to be honest. So coming down here to... Northwestern Fried... Or no, this is Southwestern Fried Chicken. Let's go ahead and have a look at you. You've names reset for some reason. Which is weird. We'll just call you, what, Southwest Fried Chicken, your actual name. Because the thing is, this maintenance center is called Maintenance Center Southwest Fried Chicken. Which is really weird, so I don't know why that name reset. Odd one. Anywho, you definitely needed some more staff, I think, overnight. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's go ahead and have a look. So, yeah, I think with regards to stock clerks, you do need definitely some more... Well, no, it's not stock clerks. It's cashiers we need more of. So yeah, throughout the day and throughout the night, I think we could just do with 1 or 2 more cashiers. From my observations, nighttime, yes, and then right now definitely does. We seem to pick up quite a bit late afternoon, which is interesting. Oh, I've mucked up the scheduling. How have I done this? So you start at midnight, so you need to start at 8. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know what I've done, but that will do anyway. So yeah, in the evenings it is really busy in here, isn't it? Wow. Never realised that. And we're also getting some really, really poor staff going and coming for these interviews. Not good at all. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm honestly just going to hire like 4 or 5 cashiers, and we're going to sort out the shift planning in here manually. So let's jump into cashiers here. Yeah, that's not quite what I'm aiming for with that grid. So let's go ahead and move some more people over to the evening. So we've got 7 in at all times. I think we've got 10 counters, if I'm right in saying. Let's just move those 2 there, so it doesn't make it ski whiff. 8, yeah, does that, Yeah, tell you what, we'll have 9 on at all times, and then overnight we'll just have 6. So I think that should be perfect. Again, queues are massive right now at 10 o'clock at night. Like, this is the busiest time of day, it seems. Which doesn't make much sense to me. And again, same up here too. It's not like this, you know, this southwestern fried chicken is super busy because the northeastern fried chicken is really empty. No, they're just all extremely busy. Then it all dies down within a few hours, you know, so it's interesting. Anyway, again, up to a net profit of over 10,000, which is good. Really happy to see that. Game Nation, you're doing well, and I also added in some more self-service checkouts because, especially on release days when there's new games, this place was just not handling it well at all. Pages, the bookstore, again, it has... I don't know, it's a difficult one. It really is a difficult one to measure, to be honest, actually. Again, it really only does well, I feel, when there is a new release date, to be honest, so I could probably add in another self-service checkout. That's probably what I should do, to be honest. So let's go ahead and remove walls and objects. Let's go ahead and remove those. And then while we're waiting on that to happen, let's go ahead and go back to all. Or can we just go store? Yeah, that's a bit better. Perfect. Let's go ahead and add in another 2 of those in there as well, which is good. That actually might affect the profit margins considerably here because net profit's not a lot of money. But arguably, I don't think... These only cost about $50 a day to run, I think. So it's only going to drop down by 100, so it's not too bad. How is Smokey Joe? Smokey Joe is good, but this will definitely need more self-service. So let's go ahead and make a change with that. We're actually going to go ahead and... I want the self-service things to go this way instead. So let's go ahead and get the 2 new ones in. And let's go ahead and remove walls and objects. Let's remove this one here, because that's just in a bit of a silly place, to be honest. What we can do, though, is put another one in there, and that starts to go up the aisle, which is perfect. Does it need stocked a bit more? I think so, to be honest. So, we jump into staff. We go to stock clerks. How many stock clerks have we got in here? Shift planning. Stock clerks. Only 2 stock clerks. I think we also need 1 during the night now, to be honest. I have that feeling. So let's go ahead and do that. So the stock clerk starts at... You guys are off by an hour. So this guy needs to start at 1 AM. No, you need to start at 11. Yep, perfect. There we go. Right, so that'll hopefully go ahead and make a slight difference there, which is good. Continuing on down the list, we're not going to get through this whole list. How's Betty's bread? This is one of my... Yeah, it's still losing money, to be honest. Not surprised. Really, I'm not. But again, it's not... It is losing money, but like, it's not a lot of money, if you know what I mean. Steam Coffee, you're doing pretty well. Definitely see myself adding more people in there. But I think we'll come back round to that one because I'm going to do something quite drastic with a coffee shop. Fourth's News Agents is doing quite well as well. It's actually dropped in general though. Its general profits overall. It was doing in the thousands and now we're down quite significantly. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Again, not really at all sure why it is. It's so difficult to put your finger on this half the time. Diamond Gem, it's up to just about 20 grand, which, I mean, it's been over. Again, maybe slightly down in all honesty, but in general, I think it's doing quite well. It could also do with... yeah, it could do with 2 stock clerks now, I think, to be honest. So we'll start you at 6, and then this other person can come in and do the back shift now. So this place is open from 7 till... yeah, 7 till 11. So not too bad at all. And then cashier-wise, I think we've just got 1 cashier on at all times, which is fine. Moving out of that, Garden World, this is where we're going to stop for today. But Garden World, price-wise, not a best net profit, to be honest, actually, but it's just the sales. We are making a fair amount of sales. It just doesn't seem to be very high value. Plus, again, you're not going to buy flowers every day, you know, so I can understand. I'm just trying to think, is there any way I can improve this? And there's not really, to be honest, so it is what it is. We'll just quickly skim over the others, but not to talk about them too much. Metal Bar, good. I'm going to try and improve that. Pins Bowling Alley, good, happy. We have got Simon's Liquor Store. It's in the profit, wow, and we need to add more checkouts and that. We'll do that in the next episode. How's the movies doing? Ticket Lobby Theatre, it's doing well. It definitely needs a cashier change up. Billy's, it's in the profit as well, which is good to see. Then Electronic City, it's doing well. We need to give that some TLC too. Restrooms you don't need to check out, that's fine. DIY Heaven, and I've started to plan some work for this, and I mentioned it briefly earlier. We're going to change the layout a bit of this fast food restaurant here, which will be good. Then on top of that, Movie Theatre 2, Rural Outfitters, it's doing amazing, and I think we need to build another clothes shop in all honesty, but I'll come on to that later. Bigfoot's Superstore, normal, is really gone ahead and dropped on its profits, but a lot of it shifted over to the XL. Northwestern Fried Chicken, doing very well indeed. And then that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So hope you have enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, rate and subscribe if you're new around here. If you cannot tell, I've got the hiccups towards the end of this video, so trying to keep that on the sly, but wowie, this place is just absolutely crazy. The footfall in this place is mental. Also the salaries as well, 8 grand now, geez. But the queues are actually not too bad. And again, I can't really do too much more about it though, that's the thing. So we can, again, extend out possibly though. I'm still considering that option. I mean, give me your feedback on what I should do in this situation, because I'm not really at all sure. But go into the description below, check out my Twitter, check out my Discord and my Patreon, and that's all, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.